Tar Heel, North Carolina to Garland, and currently in Georgia. Just went through Augusta, oh shoot, 20-30 minutes ago, something like that. We're about 100 miles from Atlanta, and I'm going to try to record going through Atlanta. You know, people give Atlanta a hard time, but I think it's easier to get around Atlanta than it is DFW, I guarantee you that. And no real special reason about Atlanta while I'm recording it, but just trying out the recording on this phone to see if it's worth anything. And I apologize for the separator in the middle of the window, but that's currently where I have my mount, and there's no way for me to move it right now, so just bear with me on that. The damn thing, it's a suction cup mount, the damn thing, and it's got the sticky stuff on it, and it kept falling off, so I super glued the sticky stuff on the back, super glued it to my dash. On my dash, not the top of my dash, but the side where my gauges are. I don't have a full pack gauge set on this truck. I have on this 386 Peterbilt. I have 8 gauges on the both the stereo. So I have room to put stuff there, and that's where currently I have the attachment, so it won't be right in front of my freaking face, right in front of the steering wheel. I hate that. Need it off to the side a little bit. I think that was the best place for it. I don't see how drivers can have another screen just blurring right in their face when they're looking at the road, especially at nighttime. It's very aggravating to me. So I set it off to the side a little bit. Trying to do a little bit of recording. I don't know how much memory this phone can hold, but I don't know. We'll see. But I took a load from Freona, and it went to Scranton, South Carolina. And I've been to that place before, and got unloaded there yesterday morning, and then headed up to Tar Heel, North Carolina, and got loaded late in the day, but I was already out of hours, so I just PC'd off duty to the one of the truck stops over there off of 95. And yes, you can PC off duty if you run out of time at the shipper. You can PC off duty to a truck stop. You just cannot PC off duty from a truck stop to the shipper or the receiver, because that would be advancing the load for the company or the carrier that you're hauling for. As long as you're not advancing the loads the way they look at it, you're really not advancing the load when you leave the shipper with no time. It's just convenient, because if they don't want you to stay, you have to leave. So they changed the law where you can PC off duty from the shipper to the safe spot. They say the nearest safe spot. It just, sometimes the nearest safe spot doesn't have any room, especially late at night. So you just have to find somewhere where you can park. And you need to be careful with that too, because parking on the side of the road, they don't consider that a safe haven. So they will not count that as a safe spot. So it actually has to have truck parking available for you to be able to do that. I mean, you could do that and get away with it, but if they do an audit on your e-log, then you may get in trouble for it. And you don't want to mark against you, especially with a CDL. I mean, you really have to keep your CDL clean if you want to get anywhere in this business. And for you younger guys, It's like I talked to this one guy, this young kid applying at the Blue Beacon up there in Florence. He told me, he's like, yeah, I have a cousin that I'm going to drive for when I get my CDL. He's like, I'm not old enough right now, but I guess he was applying at the Blue Beacon. I don't know if he knew somebody up there or he just wanted to be around trucks. And I suggested to him, I said, well, do you want some advice? And he's like, sure, I'll take it. And I said, if I was I'm not telling you what to do, but I said, if I was your age, which he, of course he's a lot younger than I am. If I was his age, I would get my CDL. I would drive for a company, a good company, the best one I can get on. It doesn't matter who, as long as they don't screw you out of your paycheck. And you have good equipment, something that you're not going to get shut down for their junky trailer or truck and go against your points, points on your record. But having said that, it's the driver's responsibility to do pre-trip. If something's messed up, get it fixed. But find a company you feel comfortable with. Work for them 1 or 2 years. I would say 2 years. Okay, and there's a reason behind that. Get 2 years behind your belt. Clean driving record. During the 2 years, save your money, every cent that you can save, and go buy your own truck. Okay? Because I spent most of my truck driving career listening to company drivers, and that's one thing you don't want to do in this industry. I mean, yeah, company drivers are good to listen to when it comes to company related stuff, payroll, where to go on your shipments, where to pick up at the receivers, routes to take. But do not ask company drivers about owning your own truck. They have no clue, and the ones that don't own their own truck have failed when they have tried to get their own truck and got out of it. Because I'm not saying I know their situation, but if you do it right, you can be really successful in this business if you have your own truck, because you're going to make more money. I mean, that's hands down. Yeah, I used to listen to those company drivers say, well, you can't make any money. Fuel prices are too high. You're just barely going to get by. You'll go bankrupt. I listened to those guys for years, and I stayed company. And until I got talking to the right people, the actual owner-operators, and saw their settlement sheets, and I'm like, man, I cannot believe. Hold on, let me roll this window. Sorry about that. I had that passenger window down a little bit. But yeah, I cannot believe that I listened to those jackass company drivers all those years. I mean, misery loves company. I'm not saying they're miserable at their position, but if they're giving bad advice like that about not getting your own truck, then they're probably some way miserable in their life. Alright? Don't listen to company drivers who talk like that. Now, you can listen to them for, doing company related things, but not owning your own truck. If you want to know things about, if you want to know how to get by owning your own truck, how to be successful, talk to an owner operator. And when I say owner operator, that's what I mean. I do not mean a lease operator. There is a huge difference between a lease operator and an owner operator, and we'll cover that. Talk to an owner operator, one that actually owns his own truck, is titled, has gotten a loan to purchase that truck, a Okay, what that means is that that driver owns that equipment. He is a contractor. He leases that truck onto a carrier, or he has his own authority and is his own carrier. All right, that's an independent. That's an independent driver. It's an independent carrier, and that's good to be too. But you know, that's another video. But getting into owning your own truck, there's a huge difference between owning your own truck and leasing a truck. Because for one thing, I can tell you right now, when you lease a truck, it doesn't matter how much money you throw at that company. All right, at the end of the day, every day, at the end of that day, that truck is still owned by that company. That's not owned by you. It doesn't matter if you pay them $2,500 a month, $3,000 a month, $10,000 a month. If you're leasing that truck, to run with that company, you don't own that truck. Either a lease company owns it or that company owns it. And at the end of the day, you know, it's their truck. You could mess up and they could fire you. Now I know, you know, some lease drivers say, well, they can't fire us in the contract. Bullshit. If you mess that truck up, damage it, or they're not happy with your performance, and you do something like that, they will fire your ass, and you'll be stuck out. You'll be footing it, buddy. I mean, really, you'll be walking on the shoulder, trying to find your way home, or walking to a bus terminal to get home, and you won't have the equipment to go lease on to another company. You'll be back to the drawing board, and that's the difference. And that's just one of the differences between being an owner-operator, owning your own truck, and leasing a truck from a company. Don't let anybody tell you that, you know, yeah, go lease a truck. I'm not knocking guys that lease trucks, okay? You do what you got to do, you know. You want to get into the business, and you'd rather lease a truck than work for a company as a company driver, which basically, I mean, you are a company driver if you lease a truck. But if you want to go that route, then, you know, you're free to do what you want to do in that regard. That's what I'm talking about, the difference between leasing a truck and owning your own truck. If you own your own truck, it's your truck, man. You take it anywhere you want to, right? You don't get stuck out in the cold, you know, not making any money. That's your equipment. That's why they hire you. They call them power loads. You know, on my license plate it says PWR, power. They use the power of my truck to pull their commodity. All right, and I'm contracted with that company, with that carrier, to pull their commodity, to pull their shipments with my equipment. And I pay for that equipment. They do not pay for anything on my truck. And they can let me go. They can cancel my contract tomorrow. And I will be sleeping in my bunk that night. My bunk. I wouldn't be going to a hotel. I'd be sleeping in my truck. On the internet, on the phone, looking for another company to lease onto, and getting over there and getting it done. Okay? And the contracts that I've dealt with, they're basically open contracts when you own a truck. The company can let you go, or you can walk away from the contract. You just got to give them notice. It's like 2 weeks or a month. I forget. I'll look at the contract. But they can cancel the contract on you, or you can cancel the contract and go somewhere else. I know several owner-operators. It's good that way for them, because if a certain industry lightens up, I mean, some owner operators are quick to cancel that contract and go find something else, you know. Oh, who's that guy on YouTube I listen to? I like KC. Shout out to you, KC, man. He's a young guy, owner operator, but I tell you what, for his age, man, he's done a lot. He reminds me of me. Okay, but he was a lot young. He's a lot younger than I was when I got into it. But he's done a lot, like me. You know, I've hauled gas, I've hauled oil, worked in the oil field, hauled reefer, I hauled lowboy, flatbed. Didn't do a lot of flatbed and lowboy, but I was basically a sub driver whenever those heavy haul drivers would go on vacation or something. I would fill in for them, you know. And I didn't do a lot of it, but I did enough to know what I'm doing. And yeah, KC, man, he's pretty cool. He does a lot. I like to watch his videos. And to not get off topic, I mean, that's the basic thing. So, I mean, that's the advice I gave that guy at that Blue Beacon was work 2 years for somebody, because you know a lot of the insurance company requires 2 years for you to even get insurance with your own truck. You know, to sign on to another company, to a carrier with your equipment. 2 years experience. And that's the advice I gave. Get 2 years experience, save as much money as you can, and buy your own truck. Now, as far as how much money to save, it all depends on where you want to go. You know, you can go to Lone Mountain and get a truck for a few $1,000s down. Okay. But you better have the wherewithal to know how good a shape that truck's in. You know, you better know what to look for, because those are used trucks. You know, they don't, as far as I know, they don't rebuild the engines on all the trucks. And you can do that for a lower down payment, okay? If you want to go to an actual dealer, Peterbilt, Freightliner, International, those kinds of dealers, you better save about $15,000. That's at the base. What kind of down payment you're going to have to have about $15,000, and they will sell you a truck quick. Now you got to have good credit. I mean, that's just a given, you know. I mean, that's the world we live in. It's an electronic age. People check your credit ever since the 1970s. We can argue if that's a good thing or not, but I mean, you've got to have decent credit. Now, anywhere from I would say a 650 up. I mean, you can have a 650 and still get a loan on a truck from a good loan company, from a good bank, but you better not have any bad marks on your. I mean, the low credit score needs to be because you don't have enough credit. You know what I mean? Not because you haven't paid for anything. So get your stuff paid off, save your money. Get your stuff paid off, save your money. Don't listen to. Hold on, I got a black and white passing me. I'm trying to pay attention. Come on, Mr. Smoky Bear. Georgia. Come on, you be nice to the drivers, Mr. Smoky Bear. But, anyways, I forgot where I was at. Yeah, the down payment, you know, $15,000 will get you any truck you want at a dealership. If you're a first-time buyer, though, it won't get you a brand new truck because they only sell brand new trucks to people that have cash, for one, enough cash to buy it. I mean, they'll sell it to you, just the bank won't lend you the money for a new truck because it's your first truck that you bought. It don't matter how much experience you have. You could have 50 years experience driving a truck, but if it's your first truck that you purchase, you're not going to get a brand new truck unless you have cash. Enough cash to just buy it outright. So, and that's my recommendation, is to save the $15,000 down payment for a good used truck, because at dealerships, you know, they clean the DPF systems. They bake the filter, they clean the systems. I'm not, they bake the filters is basically it. Don't look for the dealership to actually get in there and clean the exhaust tubes and everything and change the sensors, because you'll have to do that. But you know, it's easy, you know. That's easy peasy stuff that you can do to make sure your truck runs right. What kind of sensors am I talking about? I mean, basically your IMAP sensor, your delta pressure sensor, you know, delta pressure switch sensor, and hold on, I'm making sure those two in the middle stay where they're at, because I had to pick it up getting around those two trucks. Yeah, they don't look like they're coming. But you change the sensors that have to do with your exhaust system, your pressure sensors on your motor, you know, and hopefully that'll be enough to keep your truck running, you know, with the DPF system. A lot of drivers would argue against the DPF system, you know, but I'm not going to get into that. It is what it is. That's the way it's headed. I mean, and what can you do, you know? You get what you can get, and you work with what you can work with, what you have. But yeah, that would be my recommendation, is to save the $15,000 and get a good truck from a dealership, you know, that you can halfway depend on. Now, having said that, I would change those sensors out if I got it. Check and see, you know, look at them, take them out of their little seat, and see how filthy they are. If you have to, clean them up, put them back in, but I would just recommend buying new ones. I mean, those sensors aren't that much. I think it's like $50 for, what is it, the IMAP? About $120 for the differential pressure sensor, and back pressure sensors, not that much, but that'll help. That'll keep you getting good fuel mileage on the truck, keep you from throwing codes, because those sensors like to throw codes if they're dirty. And you know, change the hoses out. If you don't know that those are brand new hoses on your truck, change every radiator hose out when you buy that truck. That'll save you a lot of aggravation. Change the compressor belt, change the serpentine belt. You know, just get that stuff done and out of the way after you buy the truck. That way, you know, you don't have to sit on the side of the road waiting for your truck to get fixed, or, you know, having to spend 2 or 3 hours fixing it yourself. Just do it before you get out on the road. That way, hopefully, you're good to go. And that's one thing I didn't do, is I didn't change out my radiator hoses. None of them were leaking at the time. But I thought, well, they're not leaking, they're good. And yeah, I got out there and I've had to change one after the other in an 8-month period. And I never got stuck out anywhere. It always, it was just like a little crack in it, leaking a little bit. I noticed it. And you should be able to smell coolant leaking. Smelled it, noticed it, and got it changed out before it got too bad. But anyways, I'm just trying out this video phone thing on the mount, and for my wife, she wanted me to start recording some of my trips. I mean, she's in school, and she's not able to go with me anymore. She used to go with me. And I guess so she can watch it. But anyways, I thought I would talk some while I'm on here, just in case I upload it to YouTube. I may not. I really don't like attention. But, I like to help people out. That's just the way I am. To a degree, God helps those who helps themselves. But, people can help people up to a certain extent. And I like to see people succeed. As long as they do their homework, put their time in, I think it gives me pleasure to see people succeed in the stuff they adventure into.